Parental discretion is advised. It's all about payback, which means it can get heated.
Go to krbe.com. Eric will get in contact with you and get you on our show. Tell us what happened to you, where you needed to get your payback, and we'll get the whole story. So Brittany's sitting by. Good morning, Brittany.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Brittany.
Hi, Brittany.
So who is it you want to get revenge on?
I am wanting to get revenge on my sister, Tara,
Uh-oh. What'd Tara do?
And is she younger sister, older sister?
the younger sister.
And how long has this been brewing, what you're about to tell us?
This has been brewing for a while, but what happened a couple days ago has just sent me over the edge.
Well, what happened?
Just to give you some background, I have a son. He's 11. My gorgeous daughter is 8. And I got divorced a year ago from their father. It was the most painful experience of my life, still is. But I'm doing my best to be a single mom and also trying to be somewhat happy and heal myself. So everyone's you should start dating. And to be honest, I really didn't want to. But I think now that I've hit that year mark, I'm kind of trying to put myself out there.
That's kind of funny that it's not even a year and people think to heal yourself, hey, go find somebody else.
Yeah, there you go.
How long were you married to your ex-husband?
11 years.
I was saying 11
wow.
years.
Yeah, you need to.
It's been less than a year. Let her have her time.
At least a
if
year.
She wants.
Yeah, what's so weird is my sister is one of the people who have been encouraging this. So she was like, don't you worry, go on your date, I'll watch the kids. I was like, okay, great. They can spend some time with their aunt. So I go on my date, and the second I walk in the door, I knew something was off. It was 11 p.m.
Wait, is it a weekend night? Was it a Friday or a Saturday night?
It was a Thursday night.
So they had school the next morning and your kids were still awake at 11 o'clock.
I could tell they were very upset, but they didn't say anything. So I was just like, why are they awake? How's it going? And she just was kind of oh, they didn't want to go to sleep. We had a great time. So she left. And when I was putting my kids to sleep, I finally got it out of my son that she screamed at both of them and said to them that they're the reason my husband and I got divorced.
What?
Because of how badly behaved they are. That's what she actually said to my children.
That is
your sister
up.
told your kids mommy and daddy aren't married anymore because of your behavior?
Now, have you confronted her about this?
I haven't yet, but she loves the show. So I'm so angry, I needed a minute.
You have held your tongue.
That's family.
I would have flown off the handle
I'd be
immediately.
like, what are you doing? Why would you say that?
Beat him with that handle.
Let's get this Tara on the line. Your sister's got a little bit of explaining to do.
Hi, Tara. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show in 104.1 KRBE. Thanks for joining us today. I know you're a big fan, I heard.
Oh, my God, I am. Hi, guys. Great.
Oh, well, I'm glad you feel that way. You know what we do on Tuesdays?
Not really.
Well, a lot of things, Ryan. It's a 4-hour show. Somebody has contacted us.
She's more of an 8 o'clocker.
Oh, she's an 8 o'clocker.
Okay.
That means she doesn't know what we're doing.
Nope.
Okay, somebody contacted us that's in your life. It's your sister, Brittany, who is conferenced in.
Hi.
Brad, what's going on?
Do you remember saying something the other night that was pretty much the worst thing you could have said, or did you forget?
I mean, I did tell your kids that they were being really rude. They were kind of crazy at one point.
And then what did you say to them?
Okay, I feel like you're coming at me a little here. They were, first of all, not really on their best behavior, if I'm going to be honest. And we didn't talk about this yet, but I'm sorry. They were running around like little devils. They weren't listening. And I caught your son on app he's really not supposed to be on, a little too young, in my opinion.
You didn't think it would be better to tell me separately rather than unleash your wrath on them?
Britt,
so you
what
didn't say to them that they're the reason my husband and I got divorced?
Come on. It was basically a joke.
Did you realize you called them devils a second ago?
Yeah.
Like, I would never call my niece and nephews devils, even if they got under my skin. I mean, they're still family.
That's messed up. And you know what's more messed up is that you're psychologically damaging children, saying that they're the reason their parents got divorced.
Oh, no. These kids, you don't know these kids, first of all. And second of all, they're stressing me out. Imagine how they're making their parents feel, is all I said. And I'm like, this probably caused tension, guys. You don't even know what you're doing.
My kids are in the same wheelhouse ages of your niece and nephew. And yes, they can drive you crazy. They can fight over the silliest things. They will scream at each other. All of that, I hear it. But there is never a thing that a kid could do to you for you to respond back with, you guys are the reason your parents got divorced. That is so damaging.
Well, you know what?
Kara.
If this isn't getting through to her, why don't we just get to the revenge?
Yeah, let's get to the revenge.
Wait, this is revenge?
Did you leave something at my house? Are you missing something?
I don't think so. I mean, I have my phone, my wallet. I mean, what? Wait.
Did you leave your journal?
That is just for like my private thoughts.
Okay,
for
well, you
work
left it
that
in
I
my
need.
private home. Just so you know, before people start messaging you, go on Instagram, go on Facebook. I took my personal favorite excerpts from the book, and now they're available for everybody to see. So all the you talked about Aunt Kathy and the other cousin, now they know.
Wait, Britt, are you serious right now?
I am dead serious.
You gotta take it. That is my private property and you do not have consent to post that.
Then don't leave
You
it
need
in
to
my
take
home.
that down immediately. How could you do that to me?
Absolutely not.
Wow. Now, let me ask you, what is in his journal? It sounds almost like a burn book.
Oh, my God. It just shows how crazy you are now that I've actually had access to your thoughts. And if it was that private, why would you bring it and why would you leave it? So now it's actually
Because I
my
thought your
property.
kids were going to be in bed, but they would not go to bed.
You two are both a mess, really.
You guys are really terrible to each other. I mean, it's bad what Tara said to your kids, Brittany, but it's horrible for you to take her own personal thoughts. Some people write in journals to blow off some mental health steam, and you're putting it out there for everyone to see and judge her by it?
I don't really care. You emotionally scarred my children. I don't even know.
I feel completely violated. Like, seriously, I'm going to be reporting you
I
on
love how
Instagram.
it's all about you.
All
You're
right,
an
you know
adult.
what?
Can deal with
Neither
your
one of you have
emotions.
done the right thing, but I got to side with Brittany more so on this. I mean, damaging a child like that is messed up, Tara.
Okay, maybe I was out of hand, and I apologized for that. And I'll talk to them if you want me to. But going
I
into
wouldn't
my
want you talking
personal
to my
stuff-
kids
No,
ever
I think
again unless
that-
I'm there.
I think, Brittany, you need to probably, if you didn't already in the divorce, because you said it was so rough, I don't know if you already had them speaking to like a child therapist. They're definitely going to need one now.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to forget those words, and nothing you can say will make them believe you. It's not their fault now.
And you should just take that stuff down from Facebook. And
Your
you
point-
proved your point.
Okay, I'll take it down, but everybody already saw it, so you can deal with the aftermath of that. Just like I have to deal with the aftermath of my children.
I'm just saying you just double down on giving yourself more stress, because now
Yeah.
people that know you are going to judge you like, I can't believe you did that to your sister.
I don't care.
Okay, I understand you're very angry.
Yep.
It's pretty rough on both ends. I just hope your kids are okay, Brittany. I'm sorry
Me
that
too.
happened.
Thanks, Brittany. Hope everything's okay.
Thanks.
All right. That's just like horrible to do between siblings. How could you hurt your own
You
brother
are
or sister?
completely clueless if you are saying that to your niece and nephew about their
It's
parents
messed up.
divorcing. You are 100% clueless. I mean, there's a lot of dumb things people do when they don't have kids and they don't get it until they have kids and they realize, oh man, that was a bad move. But come on. You don't have to have kids to know that's a bad thing to tell somebody. Your parents got divorced because your behavior is so
That's the number
terrible.
one thing. When parents get divorced, the kids all blame themselves. And for her to actually come right out and say, you're the reason why your parents are divorced, that just...
Ryan, I got
So
an email
damaging.
over the weekend from a woman that wants to be on the show on Friday during our bombshells. You know,
Yeah.
we do that every year.
Yeah.
And talk about when you hear your head's going to explode. Well, everybody in here.
Is it sisters again? Or what is it?
I don't
guys
want to
just
explain
wait
too
till
much,
we
but
hear
it's
it?
her.
Bombshells are always a lot of family
It's her
drama.
husband's brother.
Okay.
Husband's brother.
Husband's-
So brother-in-law?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brother-in-law, brother.
Well, there's brothers and things. Ooh, it's gonna be. I can't wait.
Messy.
And what time is that going to be on Friday?
Well, I'm trying to get her for 7:20.
Okay.
Either 7:20 or 8:20, but 7:20 for sure. We're gonna do bombshells. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get her to come on.
Yes, because this
Friday.
is the week, guys. This is the week. People are starting to plan their holiday travel. People are starting to plan what they're going to reveal to their family. Maybe, there's always the good stuff. Hey, we're engaged, or we're having a baby.
Have you had those? You can text me or call live at 7:20 on Friday.
Sure.
It's always interesting.
Because, the family gets together and it's a good time to have and it's the whole audience. And then there's also the stuff that you want people to know because, well, how else are you going to get the message out
sometimes
there?
it's really sweet. Like, we're having a baby.
The first year we had that. He's like one of the star quarterbacks of Katie football team.
Wanted
I
to
forget
quit
which
football.
Had a
and be
football
an actor.
scholarship, and he wanted to stop the whole football career so he could be an actor in Los Angeles.
I don't
And
know
I
how
don't
that
really
went.
know how
that was
that
like
ended up for him.
2006 or 7.
His first name was Skylar. Anybody know what happened to Skylar?
How do you remember that?
I just have crazy brain when it comes to that stuff.
I'm
Skylar.
glad I don't have that memory.
Yeah.
No.
My wife would be like, "Oh, really? So you didn't do the dishes, but you could remember it, huh?" No, I
Yeah,
forgot.
you
Certain things
remember
like
that.
that's why I'm so shocked when I don't remember something that we did. Because I'm like, wait, when did we do that? Was I not here for that? Sometimes on maternity leave. Why don't I remember this? Because there are certain things that will stick and others won't. Okay.
So be thinking about that. That's your assignment. If you want to drop a bomb
Yeah.
on your
Practice
family,
with us first.
and then you have to, but you have to promise
to call us back.
because we
Tell
need
us
an
what
update.
happened when they heard it.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than getting that
Can't
part.
leave us hanging.
Yeah. Okay, so coming up next, speaking of food, because you're going to be bombarded, like my algorithms now on all my socials is all bombardment of food because I'm hosting Thanksgiving, so I've been looking at stuff. And there are different food hacks that people want to share, and we want to hear them because on Friday we were talking about how to keep your oven space clear for other things. You can use your dishwasher to heat things up. In case you didn't hear that, we can recap. But what is like a food hack you have? It doesn't have to be just Thanksgiving related, just in general, kind of open our eyes.
Maybe
People
help you
love
out.
hearing that kind of
Food
stuff.
hack 713
Like shortcuts.
390 KRBE. The phone number is 713-390-5723. We want to hear from you right now.
Yeah, next on the Roula and Ryan Show. Doja Cat on the Roula and Ryan Show and 104.1 KRBE. Food hacks, whether it's Thanksgiving related or not, everybody has a shortcut that maybe they can share that you think more people know about it, but they don't. Sam just told us one that blew my mind.
I like this because think about Thanksgiving, you only have so many appliances,
And
so much room, time.
Absolutely.
Any hack you can
What's
do.
your food
Yeah.
hack that
Okay.
on any regular day you want to make mashed potatoes, but especially Thanksgiving?
Well, because I wanted to try this out too, because if it worked really well, then I know how to do it for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Normally for mashed potatoes, what we do is we skin the potato, which takes a lot of time. Then you have to dice them, which takes even more time. Then you have to put them in the water. Then you have to boil them. Then you have to drain them and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Instead, I saw this hack on Instagram where you take the potato, obviously you rinse it like usual. You take the whole entire potato. You take a knife and you go in a perfect like circle around the knife. It's like a nice little
Around the potato.
slice around the potato. Thank you. I said around the knife.
That's
Around the
around the
potato. Just basically because you're just trying to break the skin of the potato.
Not the potato, the skin.
The skin of the
Right,
potato.
right.
So it's very, you know what I mean? You're not putting like a whole knife in it. You're just slicing
yeah.
it very gently. Boil the potatoes as they are, whole with the skin on, everything. I added salt just so that it has some nice flavor. And then you check them. You know, mine, I think it took maybe 35 minutes on like medium boiling water, whatever.
Okay.
So get out. The skin just like peels right off.
And then
Peels
boom.
right off. And then you take the whole potato,
Nice.
put it back in the, the pot
pot, yeah.
after you take the water out, and you mash them. And that's it. I didn't
That's
have to
great.
cut them. I didn't have to ugh.
Okay,
It
then
was
I'm
so
going
easy.
to add to that.
So easy,
That's
Kev.
good.
That is
I
such a
like
good
it.
hack. That is such a good hack. And for a lot of people who are going to cook for a lot of people, like
Yes.
for you, if you're cooking for a lot of people, washing the potatoes makes me crazy because they're a lot of dirt on them.
Super dirty.
Okay, so here's what you're going to do. And we're talking for a massive amount because you wouldn't do this on a regular day, but this is specifically for Thanksgiving or big holidays that you're going to use a lot of potatoes. Use your dishwasher. Do not put soap in the dishwasher. Put all your potatoes on the top
Shut
rack
up.
of the dishwasher. Just hit the cycle, and then boom, your dishwasher wash the potatoes.
Wow.
And then you can do what you need with them.
Never
Wait,
thought
but
of
doesn't that heat them to a certain temperature too?
No,
and
just
like
use
start cooking them?
just use
It
the rinse
does.
cycle on the
that's
Oh,
what
just the
Thank
rinse
you.
cycle.
Yeah, just use the rinse cycle on your dishwasher. And when I saw it, it was also an Instagram reel, and I think it's so good because we've done that once before. She had to do yams and regular potatoes, and she put the regular potatoes on the top. All the yams were on the bottom. Boom. She just put it in the dishwasher, rinse them, and all her potatoes were rinsed at the same time.
That is
and
so
very
wild.
well,
Wow.
not just a little bit.
Yeah, because you always
Because you
wonder
got to
if
scrub them
scrubbed it.
sometimes, right?
Yeah.
The brown ones that you do, but
For
like
sure.
red potatoes and white potatoes, they're usually
Those are
fairly good.
Oh yeah, those you eat the skin.
All I know
Sorry,
is I'm
Sam,
hungry
that's
for
the skin.
potatoes now.
I know.
I
Some
know.
mashed potatoes.
It was mashed
Here's my hack.
potatoes.
I'm going to go to Popeyes and just get the big thing of potatoes.
Okay, Candace is up first at 713-390-KRBE. Hi, Candace. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
What's your food hack?
So I've noticed as I've gotten older, your hands tend to hurt quite a bit. And so whenever you want to shred any sort of meat, you can always throw them in either with a hand mixer or in your KitchenAid mixer and turn it on, and it'll just shred your chicken and different things up.
Ooh, that'd be good for you.
Smart.
Is it, Sam, don't you like
Buffalo chicken dip.
chicken dip or something?
So
Yeah.
food
Shredded chicken.
processor for
Yeah.
beef or chicken, you're saying to shred it.
Yeah, if it's real tender, like if beef is real tender, you can put it in there, but it's
Like
going to
in your-
mainly be like your chicken.
Because I don't want to make it like a paste.
Can you put it
I
like
just need to break
Oh
it
no,
down.
it pulls it apart.
Like I have a
Yeah.
bullet blender. Can you put them in those?
no,
No,
no.
that would
Small.
chop-
No.
that would make
No.
it paste.
No
for-
blender.
Yeah, that would make
Yeah.
it pasty. It
Yeah.
also has to be cooked. Like she's talking about cooked meat.
Okay.
Don't do it raw. That'd be disgusting.
That'd be weird.
You do
I don't
it
think-
after you cook
After
it. So that way, because a lot of people have like the little claws
Yep.
that they use, and by the time you're done doing it, it hurts your hands.
Yes, yes, you're right.
Does it
Candace,
fly
good
up in your
idea.
face, though? Do you have to put goggles on? Like,
No, the food processor has a lid. What are you
No.
talking about?
But
You
you're
don't
talking
use
about-
They have a lid.
I'm thinking of like a mixer, though,
Hand
like
mixer?
a hand mixer. Could you use a hand mixer? Like,
You do it very low, just on the low side.
Yeah, put your hand
'cause a lot of
around
people
the
have
bowl to
a hand
kind of
mixer's
like
nice.
shift,
It's easy. It's quick. You got to get that processor out. And then you got the air fryer. You got so many things on your counter, not enough space.
More things to clean.
Okay,
Yeah.
good times, Candace. That's a good tip. You can use your hand mixer or your food processor to shred meat that's been cooked.
Wash your hands.
Yes.
So you don't have to work your hands too much. Okay, that's good. Next up, 713-390-KRBE, Lorena. Hi, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, what's your food hack?
So, you know the Mexican staple, charro beans,
Yes.
frijoles a la charra?
Yes.
Love 'em.
Growing up, we had to clean the beans. You had to take the rocks, and it takes hours to cook the actual beans because
Yes.
you have to soak them. So my grandmother actually let me in on the secret and just used 2 big cans of the Bush's the Bush's beans, not the baked beans, the pinto beans,
Okay.
and then just chop everything up. The veggies, the bacon, the sausage, cook that on the side, heat up the beans, and you have yourself charro beans. Just
Those
put
beans
it
are good,
together
too.
and-
Nice.
Yeah,
Do you have to
yeah,
rinse it,
I use
though,
those.
Lorena? Do you have to rinse the Bush's beans
No.
from whatever
No,
they're
no.
soaking in?
No.
Not at
No?
all. Just
Okay.
put them in, heat them up, and then you just use the same can to put water in and then boil them together. And it took me a little while so that nobody would notice. But, you know, because my big Hispanic family, they're very picky. So, you know, they notice everything. And now I'm like, they can't even tell the difference. It's amazing.
really good.
Are you going to let them know? Are you ever going to tell them?
Hell no. Why would you tell them that?
Why not? Say, look at you.
You're dirty.
It's a major shortcut.
Hypocrites.
I recently did. I recently told my grandmother, and she was like, "That's cheating." And I said, "No, Grandma." I said, "Remember, you told me this idea. You gave me this hint, this trick." She goes, like it was like, "Oh my God!" I just like, you know, completely sold her out. I was like, "Well."
Oh, you gaslit your grandmother.
That is funny. And hey, man,
Yeah,
whatever saves time, and if it tastes good, who cares how it got there, right? Who cares what shortcut you took? Lorena, that's great. Get some Bush's pinto beans and use them as your shortcut for
Doing beans
chotto.
from scratch is a lot of work.
It is. You got to soak beans and all that stuff. Okay, Karina's up next with a food hack, and this doesn't have to be specifically only for Thanksgiving. We're talking about year-round food hacks. People can share their information because what Karina's about to talk about is something you can do anytime you buy a rotisserie chicken.
Okay.
Anytime you buy it. Hi, Karina. Good morning.
Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing?
Morning.
Good.
Food hack.
Hello.
What you
Food
got?
hack. Okay, I'm a homesteader. I believe full-heartedly in food is precious and you don't need to waste it. I make my own butter and I make my own broth. I believe in saving all of your trash items and actually putting them in a bag and putting them in the freezer. I keep one for like my bones and my chicken skins and stuff, and then I keep another one for my vegetable ends, all the way from my jalapenos to my cilantro. Every trash item goes into a bag, and then at the end of the month or whenever it is, it's time for me. Even my leftover rotisserie chicken, I freeze it, okay? Your freezer is your best friend. I cannot stress this enough to y'all. Buy a whole chicken and do it yourself. It takes a little bit longer. It saves you a lot of money, and it goes a long way.
What do you do with it?
You freeze the carcasses and you freeze the vegetables and you get a stock pot and you add water and your garlic and seasonings and you just boil it for 4 hours and then you can remove everything and you got chicken broth.
stock.
And you can use that in anything. You can make chicken and dumplings. You can do gumbo with the chicken. Keep in mind the chicken.
Yeah.
I mean, I go to Sam's. I believe in saving money and using what you can. I make my own butter. I'll buy the biggest thing of heavy whipping cream that I can. I will make it into butter. I will use that butter, and then I will use that buttermilk, and I will make like a Kentucky butter cake. If you've never, if you've
Try Tuesday.
like, I'm telling you,
Bring it.
I'm telling
My
you.
ears are
Let me
perked up.
stop you real quick. One of the issues that I have with what you said is that huge pot of broth. Now you've got to separate that down into usable containers. So
Yeah.
now
Ice
what
cube
I've
tray.
done, is even a little bit bigger than that is the muffin pans, especially the silicone ones, because you can
nice.
pop.
Yes, yes.
You can pop it out.
Silicone and
Yeah,
ice
perfect.
trays, y'all, don't throw it away. If it's garlic and it's going bad, you can roast it. You can put it into your butter, save it into oil. If it's ginger, if it's tomato paste, like the little silicone ice cube trays, like I can't explain.
Those are awesome.
Homesteading.
Yeah. Do you,
Save your
silicone trays.
scraps.
Do you churn your own butter
Don't-
too? Do you have that mechanism with the
Little churn.
Okay,
Looks
the
like a-
hand
you got
mixer.
Like a pot with a
The
stick
hand
and you
make your
push
butter.
it
The
down,
hand
yeah.
mixer.
The
Yeah.
KitchenAid hand mixer. If you don't want to shake it in a jar, because you can put a cup of heavy cream in a jar with twice as much room, okay? And you can shake it and you can tire yourself out. Or you can throw it into your fancy little KitchenAid.
Yes.
And when it separates from milk to butter, it's easier. And then you ice bath your butter and you proceed onward.
Nice.
But it's like if you take the time, you take a day and you're like, all right, this is what I'm going to do this week. And I'm going to spend $50 at the grocery store. You literally can cook gourmet food. And I don't
Karina,
know how to
you would be shook.
You're
You would
good.
clutch your pearls if you saw what I did last night. Because last night I had to hack off the very bottom of the celery base. And I was like, I don't have the time to, whatever. I tossed that. And I remember looking at it in the trash thinking, that celery
But
base
remember,
could have
Roula,
been
time
part of
is
some
money.
stock.
Time is money.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's a lot of work for chicken
lot
broth.
of
I can
work.
get it in the box carton for 89
I
cents.
get that Carrie's gold
Yeah.
butter.
Oh,
whatever.
Kerry
Yes.
gold butter, but that's expensive. It's like almost $5 a bar.
But it's better than me sitting there for 8 hours of my
Trying
day.
to churn.
Well, the churning
If I
part-
told my wife, hey, would
8 hours to churn butter. She didn't say it was 8 hours.
No, but I was like, even if I paid myself
4
minimum
hours a
wage, it's cheaper for me to go buy the 89-cent
my
carton.
wife would be like, you could have done this on your list. I wrote all this honeydew list, and you did one thing. You made butter.
Hold on a second. Karina is talking about
doesn't sound
when
like a
you're
hack
going to
to
buy
me,
the
money-wise.
rotisserie chicken anyway.
Right.
You bought that chicken anyway to eat it.
Now what
Then
to do
make
with
it
it,
stretch
yeah.
into broth.
Her and I,
That's-
we'd be divorced in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
She would just do all the
much
cooking.
I got your back,
I hate
girl.
leftovers.
I do
love
too.
all your
I
hacks,
do too.
Karina.
And someone said on text, if you get eggshell in your eggs when you crack them, use the eggshell to get it out. Mind blown.
Oh, because it'll attract.
Yes, I didn't
Oh,
put
that's
that.
Like a
right.
magnet?
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
put
it's
over?
like a magnet.
Yeah, because if
Allegedly.
you're sitting there trying to get with your finger, it keeps
That's what
moving
I'm
right
doing.
with your
Or a
finger.
spoon.
We need to get some eggs and try that. I want to try that clove one where you put it on
Okay,
your
try
finger.
that. Say it again to the new audience.
yeah.
They didn't hear your beginning.
It's that guy that you've probably seen him. He's like 40-year-old man, and he says he watches someone do something crazy, and he goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm 40 years old, and
His reaction
I never knew that
videos.
could happen. And then he went, took a olive garlic clove,
Okay.
stabbed it with his knife, pulled it out, rubbed it in his fingers, and then he went and picked up the egg yolk from the pan, and it came right out, the yolk in his hand.
So the
It
white was left behind.
The white was left
And
behind
he picked up the yolk. It did not break.
with his fingers. Just some with the garlic.
The yolk didn't
garlic
break.
It tracks
oil or
the
something.
yolk.
Ryan was saying maybe the
There's
oil.
oil. There's a lot of oil in your garlic.
And if you feel like your hands do smell, they say rub it on metal.
Oh, yeah, metal for sure. That's why they sell that metal bar soap. It looks like a bar soap.
Oh, yes.
It's all steel. You're supposed to rub that, or 2 spoons. Just get a spoon, even like just a big serving spoon. Not even 2 spoons, just a big serving spoon. Rub the back of it around your hands under the water.
supposed to help.
To get the garlic smell out of your hands.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. Food hacks.
Or just eat a bunch of French fries and lick your fingers.
That's not the same.
Ew.
Your hands will still smell like garlic. 713-278
Dog lick
vent.
it?
We always welcome your calls on these food hacks on our listener line. And as we get closer to Thanksgiving, share whatever you want us to know. Those silicone cupcake pans, they're really useful.
Everyone wants to know where Ryan finds this 89-cent broth.
I think it's
Yeah.
in the can. I think he meant in the can.
Yeah.
Because you can find it in
Not the carton. You're right. It's like the little cans. They're cheap.
So Ryan likes it in the can.
That's what we heard.
Okay, that's
All right.
Coming up next, we got Scoop. And in Scoop, you're going to get... Did you know there's all these Christmas songs, right? Did you know there's Thanksgiving songs?
Just
Adam
Sandler.
Sandler.
No.
What else would there be?
There's actual, like, a whole list of Thanksgiving
Oh, actually,
songs.
Jingle Bells was a Thanksgiving song
No,
originally.
that's Christmas now. I'm going to see pop quiz
It was
us.
written for Thanksgiving.
We've
Is
been
it a
radio
song we
for all
would
these
know,
years.
though, or are you just throwing crap out
That's
there?
what I want to know. I mean, who knows
Yeah.
this?
Who knows
Who on the
this?
show knows any of these?
It's
just
Frank Sinatra and Bing Crosby doing this turkey trot song.
Turkey
from
trots.
1922.
Gives you the
What the hell?
trots.
Yeah, get the
Makes you
trots.
trots. And Scoop's next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
From the big screen to the big house.
Roula and Ryan Celebrity Scoop.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. If you're listening to the show right now, you're very lucky because for some people who love our show and they can't catch all of it, they go to the podcast page. But let me tell you why you're lucky right now. You are hearing it for the first time and the only time. We cannot podcast what we're about to play.
No.
Yep.
Because it's
True.
songs.
Music.
When we play music on the Roula and Ryan show, we cannot then repodcast that to you because of licensing and all that drama. So you're only going to hear it once, and that's all you're going to know. It's Thanksgiving time. I know it's Christmas time too, but let's go Thanksgiving first. Christmas carols may already be on in stores and whatnot. But
Or
you don't
Santa
really
Stream.
hear- The Santa
Yeah,
Stream, yes,
go
you
to
can hear that.
KRB.com.
Uninterrupted Christmas carols right there, KRBE. The HD channel too, or no?
That I'm not sure. I know
Not
the
until
Santa
yet.
Stream is up
But
for
the
sure.
Santa Stream for sure on KRBE.com.
Which is great for work. You just click it on and listen away if you want.
Get yourself in the mood. So what are the Thanksgiving songs, friends? Well, there's a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. That's like a piano thing.
That's
okay,
depressing.
you probably heard that. That's fine.
That's a Christmas
You're not
song.
gonna get.
Dun, dun. I
You're
don't
not
know.
going to get. Well, no,
I told you, though, the very first Thanksgiving song, and I looked it up, was Jingle Bells. It was originally published under the title One Horse Open Sleigh, and it was originally written to be sung by Sunday school choirs for Thanksgiving. And then
Well,
Sunday
it's
school.
Christmas
Is there-
Carol
is there
now.
like Jesus in it and stuff?
No.
No, it just has to be at Christmas and holidays.
Yeah.
All right, so here's a song that particularly Ryan and Eric love so much, and they've always listened to, and they did not know that it was a Thanksgiving song because it has the think about it, it has the word home in it, and it's always
Sweet Home by
to
Molly
go
Crew.
home.
Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Now I want to listen to Michael Bublé's Home because now anything with the word home, I guess.
Do you know how weird I am?
And wasn't it redone by Blake Shelton?
Probably.
Was he?
Yeah.
I actually went to Louis Armstrong's grave. I went to his.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I did.
And I'm sure you did the accent, or you tried to talk like him.
No, I didn't.
Hey guys, it's me, Louis Armstrong.
Is it Cookie Monster or is it Louis Armstrong? I can't
It's a
tell.
Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster is like heavy metal singers. Okay, so Houston's Edo neighborhood is set for further transformation, this time with a mixed-use development that's going to convert several blocks of mid-century warehouses into trendy restaurants, shops, offices, and green spaces.
Sam, it's just 7 more years. That house you bought is going
It's
to
finally happening.
pay
East
off.
blocks are going to be built in multiple phases over the next 3 years, starting with phase 1 in the second quarter of 2024. So they're going to completely transform that whole area.
You know, East Downtown is going to become hell to get to because they're tearing out that entire swath of freeway up against George R. Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And so getting to, well, Sam doesn't live really in Edo, but even getting to Sam's house in Northside Village or over into the East Downtown area, I'm afraid to buy there now. I want to, but
No,
I'm afraid to
Why, 'cause
because
they
it's going to be
erased?
hell to get in and out of
Imagine if
there
you're like
for
a food,
10 years.
Imagine if you have a restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Living
yes.
month to month.
And you can't make
And
you can't
imagine
make it
going
anything.
to the Strohs game when it's completely torn up. That whole 10-lane overpass is going to go underground. I can't imagine how
Because
they're gonna do
nothing
that.
floods
Wow.
underground here in
The
Houston.
city doesn't want it, right? From what I heard.
Well,
I thought
it's
they're
mixed
fighting, or-
opinions. They fought it, but it's happening now. They're already moving
What
stuff.
are they thinking, though?
digging.
Every underpass when we get heavy rain floods in Houston. So I've got a great idea. Let's build a giant underpass.
Because
I mean, the pictures look really cool. There's a
It
green
does.
green space above it,
Nice.
but
Yeah, like I'm going to
be-
go to the old Allen
Might die.
Parkway and picnic on the
that
ramp.
just tells me we're not getting the Super Bowl for a long time then.
Yeah.
Because they ain't doing that ish if
No.
the Super Bowl was in our way. Remember,
That's
true, that's
once Super
true.
Bowl was done, 17,
Correct.
that's when they tore everything up.
maybe a World
on
Series
59
too.
stand.
They're going to have to hold off on giving us the World Series.
Well, we can't.
yeah,
we
yeah,
can't
be
control
careful.
that, you cuckoo. That's not something you bid for.
It's,
Oh,
all,
no?
it's all a script, really.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, that's-
That's why they go all 7
Sports.
games. You got to
Oh,
sell that
right.
beer.
Sure.
You
They
gotta
didn't
sell
go
that
7
beer.
games in the World Series this year.
But we went
But
seven.
usually,
We went
usually
7.
When the Astros are in it, go 7.
we drink more
That's
beer.
true.
Yeah.
We have more
That's
viewers.
why.
Coming up next is Try It Tuesday. We just talked about food hacks, and Eric talked about this guy whose life has been altered.
I'll
at
find
40
this
years
guy.
old.
Everyone's, I'm sure, seen this. Like a
Does
42-year-old.
garlic oil help you pick up egg yolks easier? We're going to
So,
try it right here in the studio.
We're going to perform an experiment live in studio.
Exactly.
And we're
We
going to have
are.
garlic hands.
Yeah.
And then we just rub our hands
We'll
over
let
the
you do
stainless
that,
steel
Eric.
sink and figure it out. Next
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
Roula and Ryan Show.